Vasudev Danait, and I am a COE quality member. And warm welcome to all those who have joined this today's launch event of Quality Katta. Let me inform everybody who all the dignitaries are present today for this event. We have two chief guests, Mr. Shirish Kulkarni. He is the plant head of Kalyani Transmission Technologies. And Mr. Ramdas, to inform everybody that today is a death anniversary of Mr. Joseph Juran, and he is one of the quality gurus and stalwart in the quality field. So we chose this date as a sort of remembrance to launch this event. With that, I will hand over to Nikunj Sahu, who will give a brief introduction about COE quality. Nikunj, over to
Thank,
you.
thank you very much, Vasudev. Good evening, gentlemen. There are ladies also. Anyway, good evening to all. Good evening, Bal Patilji. Good evening, the other members who are participating in this program. As the night said, I'll give you the briefing about the COE quality and EHS. COE quality and EHS is one out of the 14 COEs that.
Nikunj sir, keep your video on. That will help everybody,
Sure, sure.
see you.
Okay. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. COE quality EHS is one of those 14 COEs which PMA has. And each of us know that PMA is the management associations and an independent public organization as well. PMA has a simple and clear methodology for its operations and management. It has established 14 different verticals called as COEs. Each of these COEs are independent social entities come business units. COE quality and EHS per se is one of those 12 COEs and is led by me, that is Nikunj. It has got other sub verticals as well. Similar to PMA, it has got its own vision and missions which are aligned to that of PMA. The main theme being the joy of giving back to the society. It has, as of now, it has got 12 paid members, and a couple of them have joined also recently, which we have not listed, but as of now, 12 paid members have been listed in this COE. And we meet once every month by default, or sometimes as per the demand, as per the situations, we meet twice in a month as well. In the past, we have conducted many programs, many webinars, and we have also conducted a panel discussion session, which was very recently, in the last month, about APQP for automotive industries. APQP stands for Advanced Product Quality Plan. All these programs get promoted either through emails or through word of mouth or through messages through the social media, that is WhatsApp, LinkedIn, or the Facebook. The expertise that this team has is on conducting various ISO training sessions, imparting knowledge on various quality tools, setting up various systems in any organization such as QMS or EHS, QC programs in any manufacturing industries, strategy formulations and deployments, capacity ramp up in any particular industries when there is a request, supplier, contractor, or third party inspections, and RBI-based asset integrity management, etc. So the capacity and the capabilities of this team, which I narrated now, can be utilized, can be harnessed by industries and even the individual participants. With this, I used to briefly explain the vision and mission of COE quality. Our vision being to provide service and support to industries and individuals to enhance their product and service quality, provide training to enhance knowledge and best practices in the industry, provide solutions to various issues that come up, support in maintaining and sustaining the business. I think this is all in the brief of our COE, quality and EHS. Now we have two guest speakers followed by this program, followed by and following up after me, which is Mr. Sirish Kulkarni and Mr. Rabdas Jaid. I would like to hand over this now to Biman Gandhi to carry over this session. Over to you, Biman.
Yeah, just a minute. I just received a call from Ramdas ji. Let me just send him the link again. He's about to join. Okay. All right. So I'm given a responsibility to introduce two guests, and I have great pleasure of knowing them both personally. I have met them on number of occasions, both of them. First up, it is Shirish Kulkarni. Shirish is a mechanical engineer with a very versatile experience in terms of the profile that he has played in a career that is spanning for about 25 years now. Shirish has worked in different profiles like new product development, production, business development, and of course the quality. So literally touching upon all the key functions of manufacturing industry. Shirish started his career with Bajaj Auto. I think everybody knows. Probably he has a distinction in terms of his career that he has worked with companies which are actually the pride of India, not just pride of Pune. So he started his career with Bajaj Auto, and now he's with one of the groups that is again not only the pride of Pune but also the pride of India and a global company which is Kalyani Transmission Technology. Kalyani Transmission Technology proudly has the customers, the top 10 automobile customers in the world, and Shirish is solely responsible to serve them, of course, with his team. I have had a pleasure of knowing him personally and also seeing him operate in his current role as a plant head at a beautiful and world-class precision parts manufacturing facility at Khed. One of the things that I like the most about Shirish is his always joyful and willing to extend joyful nature and willing to extend his helping hand and offer his experience to the team, which is sizing around 350 people. Another guest that we have, Mr. Ramdas Jaid. Ramdas ji is a mechanical engineer, engineering graduate from College of Engineering, Pune. He too has worked, for over, close to 30 years. But out of that, 10 years with the industry in manufacturing environment. He started his career with SKF Bearing, also worked with Tyco Electronics. And in that environment, he also played a role of management representative, MR, and I think everybody knows about that role. And probably that's what attracted him to the domain of quality. He also had a stint with United Laboratories, so UL Group, then BSI and AQSR, which was then taken over by BVQI. He started as a country manager and started representing CERMET, an Italy-based certification body from Pune. In his, I think, career spanning more than 25 years as an auditor, he has done close to 4,000 audits in all parts of India and also in more than 15 countries. Welcome both of you, very warm welcome, and thank you very much for gracing this occasion of launch of Quality Katta. Back to you, Vasudevji.
Yeah. Next, Nanda Kumar will be explaining us the concept of Quality Katta and what we intend to do and how it will work, etc. So I'll hand over to Nanda Kumar.
Yeah, thank you, Stelvi.
Yes.
Yes, it's very much visible.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks for this opportunity to present this new initiative of Pune Management Association. As a part of COE Quality, I'm going to present about this new concept of Quality Katta. So I would like to first brief you all what is it mean by Katta and what is Quality Katta. So it is nothing but a free mentoring platform we have created for the Pune Management Association on behalf of COE, particularly focusing on the quality, environment, health, and safety, which are our core areas. So why Katta name? Basically, the Katta, those who are from Pune or Maharashtrian, basically those people are knowing what is the Katta. Katta is nothing but a bench, or is it slide is moving?
Yes, yes, it's correct
Yeah.
slide. Yes.
So basically, Katta means bench or platform where people used to chit chat, come together, debate themselves, and it is an informal way of people gathering in the maybe in the garden or ground or on the walls of the boundaries of the ground. People meet and discuss together. So basically, it is a concept of informal way of meeting and discussing among themselves. So the same concept we have extended it and made it formal for this. So basically, the katta means in Marathi, Telugu, Tamil. The meaning here is it's a Wikipedia meaning. Basically, where the people generally meet and talk. So that is what the katta, the meaning of katta. And the same this informal gathering, we have made it formal, and we the like PMA Quality Katta, a place where people from industry meet, talk, and spend quality time. So we added this formality. The people will meet from the industry and spend their quality time here, and they take away from our experience what we have at about 30, 40 plus years of experience of each of us. That is what the expectation here, the quality katta, the concept. So what is the objective? The objective of this quality katta is free mentoring, absolutely free mentoring platform, which we have planned for the first gathering with the mentee, those who are interested to take the direction from our experience. Basically, it will help the Pune to build up a PMA brand, Pune Management Association, and also the it will help to a lot in long term way for tangible as well as intangible. And this through these discussions, there may be requirement or further need of the people can arise for the training workshop concern. There also we can help, and of course ultimately it will improve the membership of PMA, which a big umbrella. Various experiences are available at one umbrella. People will get everything they want. So that's what the objective of the PMA Quality Katta. So what is the scope of this Quality Katta? Because we are from various industries like engineering industries, fabrication, chemical, construction, oil and gas, automobile, heavy industry. So there is a lot of our meetings, and the scope about the problems. So generally people face the problems for their productivity, quality, cost, delivery, safety, and morale. These are typically MOPs of the any industry, whether it's a fabrication, heavy industry, construction, pharmaceutical. Even will help them to build a quality culture, which is everybody's need of the hour. And so we will help, and they face the challenges on product, there are issues in the product, issues on the process as well as in the system. So we are ready to help in these areas, and there is a wide area is available under fabrication, heavy industries, automobile. So these are the horizons are big. And what we are going to do in this discussion? So the people are facing issues like rework, where they don't know the systems. They want a help in standard, which standard is available. They want to how to improve, how to solve the problems, whether they have issues in the quality systems. What they want to understand APQP, they want to understand GD&T, so tolerance stacking. So any area they have got difficulty, we will guide them, give them direction, because we have got lot of experience with our team. So these are the areas, various areas we can. Of course, we are not committing that in 2 hours we are going to solve their problem, but definitely I'm sure with this experience, lot of experience, will give them the right direction, or we can suggest them the right path. So that is what minimum expectation from this discussion. So how people will come to us? They will approach us. Mobile contacts. There is formal email ID is available of Pune Management Association. We have created Google link also, so that they can put their issues in that, so that the whatever data they share, that data, based on that data only, we are going to suggest them. So that is also the people have to, will suggest them to put Google whatever information they want to share about the problem, so that we can go through it, and during the discussion at least we can suggest something. So even if they send SMS saying that quality Katta, then we will call them. So that is what the team is approachable to them. That is what we are going to do it. So what is the in brief mentoring process? What is the quality Katta mentoring process? Once the call is there or SMS is received, we'll contact them. The coordinator will contact them and request them to share the concern details in Google link, so which will help us to know the issues, and which will help us to find out the lead mentor who is the most probably from the same area and the same area, and he will be able to resolve this or give some guidance. So we'll select based on the issue lead mentor within our team, which will the lead mentor will coordinate that meeting, coordinate that discussion, and understand the issues and set direction. That is what is expected. Then once the lead mentor is selected, we send the Google Meet link basically for the meeting, and this is a one-to-one, maybe for the specific meeting which is being conducted for that particular the mentee who is interested to solve his problem. The maximum duration we have kept 2 hours, and basically we are going to plan it fortnightly, once in a fortnight, maybe for first or third Tuesday, like that. And depending on the requirement, we can switch over, but right now we have decided fortnightly. And during the discussion, we will understand the problem based on his information sharing, as well as through the discussion, and guidance will be provided to approach towards solution. That is what is overall brief process of this mentoring process of the quality Katta. And these are the team members. If you see in this slide, there are big numbers, 40, 40, 28. Somebody will ask, what is this? So these are nothing but the experience of the people who have been, photos are being presented here. So I request Mr. Nikunji Sau, who is a director, quality, COE quality director, to introduce the team members. So I request Nikunji to take over.
Thank you, Nandakumar ji. As you said rightly, the numbers which I've shown here, I mean, can anybody quickly, did anybody quickly add up these numbers, and what is the sum of all these numbers? It's a mammoth figure, 354 years. I mean, this team here, what the photographs of the team that you see here, the experiences put together is of 354 years.
Wow.
And here I see there are two new joinees whose photographs have now been uploaded. Maybe by the time they joined, the slide and the program had been already finalized. There are 3 more. We have a student member as well. Okay, next. Okay, the first photo that you see, that's of me, my photos, and I have 40 years of experience in the field of business management, project engineering and management, and quality. Next is Vinay Kelkar, experience of 40 years in the areas of quality management, standards, environmental health and safety management, systems implementations, and audit. Biman, experience about 28 years of experience in multi-dimensional fields, overseas leadership roles, business and executive coach. Vidyut Bapat, 51 years of experience. Expertise is chronic problem-solving mechanisms, shown in design of experiments and quality improvements. Nandakumar Walve, As an experience about 33 years in the areas of a good trainer, GD&T, FMEA, EPQP, PPAP, 7 QC tools, problem solving, the new product development. Rajesh Jain, experience of about 45 years, expertise in the areas of welding, auditing, QA/QC, fabrications, inspection, metallurgy, materials training, QMS, welding management systems, etc. Sanjay Margal, experience about 30 years in the field of auditing, products, processes, and services, QMS standards, lean management, business excellence. Vasudev Danait, 34 years of experience, expertise in the areas of engineering, R&D project management, IT, infrastructure, quality, electrical and electronics industries. Rahul Kulkarni, 25 years of experience, expertise in the areas of Lean Sigma, Green Belt, Kaizen, Lean Project Management, QMS Standard, internal auditors, quality and engineering management. Mangesh Sohani, experience of about 34 years, water supply and wastewater systems, QC in construction, materials procurement, inventory management and stores management, QMS in civil constructions. Over to Nandakumarji.
Yeah, thank you, Nikuji. One more thing I would like to add. Our senior most member, Mr. Vidyut Baparji, is right now attending from USA, and
Yes,
he has
that's right.
also written a book on DOE, Design of Experiment. He's the author of a book, Design of Experiment. So thank you, Mr. Bapart, for attending and finding time. So there is a next question is everybody's mind, why free mentoring? So that is a natural question. But our team believes in joy of giving back to society. So people have worked for more than 30 years in the industry. Now they are feeling that something, whatever we have learned, at least some portion of the our learning should be given to the next generation. That is what people feel. And of course, this is also mission of the Pune Management Association. So many times, president and vice presidents are saying that joy of giving back to the society. So that is why we are coming together under the umbrella of Pune Management Society. So that is our objective. Then there's the next question will be what we will do in 2 hours. So definitely is a right question and in everybody's mind. So definitely we are not going to solve the problem and go to the solution in 2 hours because these problems are perennial problems. People are facing years, months, and said, but at least we can bring the clarity in the approach. We can at least suggest the steps towards solution. We can at least suggest what type of data to be collected, so which will take you to the solution, and also will help them to define the problem statement. So defining problem statement itself is the 50% problem is solved. That is what in industry it is considered, because many times we are not able to defining the problem itself. So we will try to guide them to define the problem statements, which itself is bring the clarity to for the solution. That is what we are going to do in this 2 hours discussion. And of course, as I already said, there are many ways to approach the solution, but we will guide them to the right way to approach the solution, which is the smartest way, maybe, smartest way in terms of productivity, quality, cost, and delivery. So that we are going to do it, and we are going to do it in 2 hour discussion. So this is all about this new initiative, Quality Katta, PMA Quality Katta, and hope this will be more useful for the basically tier 2, tier 3 suppliers, where they are not able to keep any, they don't have a separate department for problem solving, or they don't have the senior people. So of course it will be helpful to them, because OEMs have got their own way and they have got their separate cell for doing all these things. So we'll focus on this tier 2, tier 3, where the issues are more and guidance is less. So that is what our purpose of Quality Katta discussion. Thanks. Hand over to again Vasudevji.
Okay, thank you, Nandakumar. So with this, we will come to the main part of the event. And I'm not following any particular order. So I'll give first chance to Mr. Shirish Kulkarni. I'll request him to, sort of launch this event. And you have 15 minutes to share your thoughts and guidance, etc., to the audience. Over to you, Shirish.
Yeah, thank you, Vasudevji. Thank you, Vimal sir. First of all, good evening to all. Good evening, Bal Patil sir. Except Vimal sir, it's all new connections, new introduction to me to all this PMA member. Thanks, Vimal sir, for considering me for this program and giving this opportunity to participate and share my thoughts, views on the quality katta. I think the intent is very clearly mentioned by Nandakumar sir about this quality katta. So I can reframe in one sentence regarding the intent what Nandakumar sir explained about this program is I can say it is like connect, share, and learn. I think it is very important to first of all connect, and thanks PMA and thanks these leaders to create this opportunity to connect first of all. And through these programs, I think we can definitely share a lot of different learning and experiences and learn each other, and it can be learning to other members as well. I think it is a great initiative for improving the quality standards in manufacturing. Since I am into manufacturing from last 26 years, I can say I can see a lot of turnaround in the quality of manufacturing of automotive or non-automotive products. And I think this is the right time for all of us, mainly for this manufacturing industry in Pune, in Maharashtra, or across the India, so that we can improve our quality understanding, quality manufacturing, and quality standards, particularly when we are getting ready or we are already into the business of production and supplies of the parts to the increased quality demand of domestic customers as well as the overseas customers. So I think this event will definitely help all the members to learn a lot many things. To start with, I can say the quality aspects or quality requirements are different in terms of different products, different customers, and different country. I can definitely say that the similar product can be expected with the increased quality requirement to the similar company in different location or the similar company overseas. So we need to understand the expectation of each location, particularly if we are working to the overseas customer, then the quality aspect understanding is very, very important. We can definitely, or I can definitely help anybody through this PMA quality katta if they are facing issues in typically supplying the parts, similar parts to the domestic customer and similar part to the overseas customer. Because we are right now working almost 70 to 30% ratio of export and domestic. Importantly, we are supplying 70% of our product to export. So we definitely understand the critically and highly expected quality demands for the similar product. So that would be one of the point where we can definitely help to the members for the similar products supplying to the different locations. Now coming to the quality issues, quality concerns, I think we all are now used to for this for the word quality issues, quality concern. They are there from the day one of our career, and I think it will be part of our last moment of our career, I think. So those are there. Only the standard or the criticality of those issues may be changing. Earlier, they used to be in a different way, different manner, different critical conditions. Now they are in a different or increased critical conditions. So I think to address them, we all are doing some or the other way. We are using some or the other tools or techniques. I can just summarize few of them. Definitely, we can use any tool which is convenient to the product or process. I can say generally what we are doing or using is like IATF 16949 systematic approach. Then the coming to the advanced level or export quality requirement or European or American customer quality requirement, you can say for that BDA 6.3 could be a better tool to use. Then we are confident and using about the quality tool of TPM way, you can say quality management module that also can help to resolve many of the quality issues, critical quality issues. Also, we can use many other tools, including TQM, then TPS, Toyota Production System, and also through ECMA. I think most of the senior members here would be aware about the ECMA. They are also playing important role in providing the trainings, tools, techniques to resolve critical quality issues and change of the mindset of the people working in the industry. So I think there would be many number of tools which can be used, but I have just highlighted a few of them. In this area also, I have a lot of experience and in resolving the quality issues through these tools. If any chronic issue is, I can say, given to PMA for the guidance, I can definitely help by using these tools as well. And coming to the next level, I think domestic customer and export customer, as I explained, there are different and added expectations. Particularly in India or in our Maharashtra, I can say now we are most of the dimensional requirements are being understood and catered. However, the failure modes or failure in the quality are observed to be the visual parameter, aesthetic parameter. I think having an experience, as Vimal sir said, we are working with very niche, very high quality customer requirement. I can definitely help in providing some of the solutions for these aesthetic parameters working with the export customers. And there we have learned lot many things, and that can be really helpful to many of the members, many of the people who are facing the issues, particularly working with the export customers in terms of aesthetic requirements. Then as I explained, the quality requirements in the earlier period, maybe you can say 10 years before, since we all are part of that journey. I started my career in 1996. At that time, to the next 10 years, you can say till 2004, 2005, the requirements were different, or they were not to the high level what they are now. So we need to understand those increased or added requirements, particularly when we are working with the automotive industry, when we are working with the passenger car industry, particularly when we are working to the export quality passenger car requirement, and going forward for the passenger car export requirement of EV vehicles. Those requirements are really different in nature, and we should have a different thought process and in understanding and fulfilling those requirements. Therein also, I can definitely confidently say that with the experience of the present products and processes, we can definitely provide some solutions at least where the quality concerns or the issues are observed or detected to the people. Then the approach of quality confirmation or quality control, I think we all have learned now to change from quality confirmation, quality control to the quality assurance. I think this is the mindset change, and that has to be from top to bottom, that we have experienced, and definitely share how it can help, how it can impact on the overall quality achievement of the people and the satisfaction of the customer. So I think there are many more topics. I will not go into detail due to the time constraint. I can briefly touch them. Like in built-in quality, BIQ could be one of the tool where we can definitely help the people to understand this concept of BIQ and ensure that the in process quality or the process quality is intact to avoid any issues in the final inspection or at the customer end. I think the important topic I want to touch here is the NPD quality. I have really experienced being, as mentioned by Vimal sir, the NPD product, new product development, the aspect of new product development and aspect of new product quality. I have experienced in detail more than 15 years of experience I have worked into. From that, I can definitely say the production quality or the serial supply quality is definitely impacted very high with the good work we do in the new product development and not good work done in the new product development. So we need to really focus more when we are working in the new product development. From that, I can definitely provide some inputs wherever the people are facing issues. I can say in there how to handle the RFQ in terms of feasibility of the products and processes. I can definitely help how we can do a better process planning using the PFMA guideline, because we have seen people are jumping immediately to the process planning and then failing somewhere in the serial production of the parts. Then how the inspection agreement with the customers and supplier, particularly to the overseas customers, are really important in achieving and sustaining the quality. Then how the stage wise CFT approvals of new product development are really helpful. And then experience directory, how it will be helpful for the better process planning. And then quality proved process, that is something we have learned through the ACMA NPD cluster, and that is quality proving process that is missing part so far in our manufacturing industry. I can definitely elaborate that one, but right now due to the time constraint, I think we can discuss detail in the next program or any next time. But that is very important tool to achieve and sustain the quality of the products. Then I think in the PPAP stage, we are really doing a lot of hurry because of the customer urgency, because of the not good planning. Therein, I think we need to focus more on quality achievement, capacity achievement, and capability achievement. These serial productionization, the issues will be resolved. I think then in process quality is really very important. I will not go in detail of that aspect, but try to touch very few element of that. In that, I think now the time has come to plan for the auto inspection in each process, then auto correction in each process, and auto record in the each process to avoid the manual intervention. And I think we have done lot many things in this area, and we can help the people to have this in process better quality establishment. Then process capability monitoring and ensuring that now the time has come to go beyond two process capability, which before the time it was agreed up to 1.33. Now the time has come to move to 2, and we can definitely help in improving the process capability, which will be a very important topic for sustaining and improving and delighting the customer expectation in terms of quality. I think to end this my session, I think there are many more topics like trend monitoring and improving the trend towards the mean is a very important thing which we have implemented, and we can help the people here to how it can help. And going forward in the inspection area, de-skilling will be a very important topic, and for that also we can help our experience to resolve the issues. I think I have taken sufficient time, and definitely there are many more things, but we can have those points discussions in the later stage of the program, in the next program. And we are open. We are thankful for PMA for giving this opportunity to share our experience and help the people to resolve some of the issues at least. Thank you, Vimal sir. Thank you, Bal Patil sir. Thank you, all the members. Thanks for providing this opportunity. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Shirish, for sharing your insight. And now I request Mr. Ramdas to launch this event and also share his wisdom with the participants. You have to unmute Mr. Ramdas. Mr. Ramdas? Yeah.
Hello. Hi. Good
Yeah,
evening.
go ahead.
Good evening,
Yeah, go
everybody.
ahead.
Vasudevanji, thanks for inviting me for this Quality Katta launch event. And thank you, first of all, Biman Gandhi. Also, Biman knows me well. I also know some of the participants over here. I also know Viduji because I met him. He's expert in Six Sigma, I think, and we had a very good meeting also earlier about. I'm talking about 7 to 8 years before. I also know some of the participants here, like Mrs. Ghatne over here. Now, first of all, when I'll be talking, when I'm not talking any kind of technical things. I'm basically a system auditor, and I was a MR also, and I have seen the system, how the system gets developed, and now I'm into the auditing also for almost for last 26 years. Now, regarding the launch of the event, I really like the concept of this quality katta, and I really appreciate all you learned people that you want to go back to industry and go back to society and give something back to them with your knowledge. It's a really great initiative. Salute to all the people who have started this katta. And regarding launch of the event, I officially because you asked me to launch this event, I officially say that this PMA Quality Katta is officially launched. So congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Now about my talk, I'll be talking about systems. I'll be talking about business. Now, when we talk about any system, so we say that the system must make business sense. That's the ultimate thing, because we are this is the first standard of ISO 9000. I think is launched in I think 1987 sometimes. After that, that got revised in 2000, then 2008 and 2015. What I see, I just love the current standard of ISO 9001 2015. It's a great standard. There are other standards also, like, Sisiriji mentioned about IATF 16949. And IATF is particularly applicable for automotive industry. Like that, there are some sector-specific standards also. But what I'll be talking is mainly on ISO 9001 2015, because that is the standard which is applicable as a backbone for um, all types of industries. Now, let us understand first of all that whether the system, how that system should get developed. That's more important. What I understand is that whenever we go to the companies, I'm talking about quality katta point of view because you will be helping the companies a lot, and what kind of approach you should have. So I'll be giving some my thoughts about your approach and what actually industry needs, and what you can give back to the industry with your knowledge and experience. Um, let us see what is actually the business management. Now, I'm talking about business because I believe that all the standards, whether it is ISO 9000, all the QMS standards, ISO 9000, or the other sector specific standards, like which is applicable for automotive industry, like IATF 16 and 49, all are basically business standards. These standards are not for creating the records and creating the documents. What the intent of the standard is that the business processes which are required to run the company's business must be defined, documented, monitored, and then after that action need to be taken for corrective action and also for the continual improvement. That's the basic thing. Now, when we talk about ISO 9000 or other standards, um, all these standards talk about defining the processes which are required to run the company's business, and also the standard has identified some processes which are common in all the types of industries. example, clause number 8. If you talk about particularly about the standard of ISO 9000, there are clauses like 4 to 10, and the clause number 8, which is operations. Operations is talking about 8.1, 8.2, 8.3, 8.4, 8.5, 8.6, okay, and 8.7. Now, these are the areas where the operation will be there. For example, 8.1 overall operations planning, 8.2 understanding customer requirements, 8.3 product design or manufacturing process design, 8.4 purchasing, 8.5 production or service provision, 8.6 inspection related, 8.7 control of basic product. Now these will be there in all the companies, and that needed to be defined by the organization. But what happens is that when trying to implement the system in the company, people try to focus only on the standard requirement. So that's the problem. That means there are some processes which are not really addressed into the standard. For example, the safety related things may not be addressed into the standard directly. The finance related things may not be addressed directly into the standard. Though what is important is that what is missing is that the people try to address only the standard related business processes, not all the business processes. So there is the problem. So what is really required is that people should understand what is the business management. What is people are managing the business means the people are managing the business processes which are required to run the company's business. And the company's management must, when they talk about system, they must get involved and identify all the business processes which are required to run the company's business. So that is very important. And define those business processes. Now, defining the business processes needed to be done by the process owners. So I think why I'm actually mentioning management because the management role is key, very key role to start the development of a system in the company. So they must identify the processes, they must identify the process owners. And process owner will be having a responsibility of defining the processes. Now, not the consultant, not the experts. It is important that the process owner, he must behave, he must demonstrate that he is a process manager. That's really the key, because whatever system he will be having some documented system, he will be having his own way of running his business process. But he must define the process in terms of the PDCA, plan, do, check, and act. This standard of ISO 9000 is based on PDCA, which was there in 2008 also. But I mentioned just now is that I love this standard because now the PDCA approach, the same approach is there, but now it is coupled with risk assessment. And the risk assessment is the key for developing a good system in the company. And risk assessment need to be done by the process owner, but not only by the process owner, it is needed to be done along with the input by the management. Now, the management is having a key role in, first of all, identifying the needs and expectations. Now, I'm talking about needs and expectations. I'll be limiting my talk to the risk assessment, which was suggested by Shirish also last time. I think that's the key. First of all, when we talk about business, and the business should work for whom? And when we ask the question that the business should be focusing on what, everybody talks about customer. I think that is not true, because any business cannot work for customer alone. Ultimately, the business must be must be consistent. The business must be having a good consistent result in the key performance indicators, and plus it must also guarantee continual improvement. And for that, the business cannot work only for customer. This standard of ISO 9001 2015 talks very clearly that you must work for all the applicable interested parties, and then only you will have a sustainable business in the company. That will guarantee continual improvement. You cannot work for customer. You have to identify the needs and expectations of all the types of interested parties, including customer. Yeah, customer is one of the most important, which is the main reason of your existence, because you are getting a business from him. At the same time, you must consider the needs and expectation like of other interested parties, like your suppliers, the people, the statutory bodies, the neighboring industries, and also all types of people in the organization. I'm typically mentioning all types of employees because there are various levels of employees. That is management. Also, I must say that management is also an interested party. The company system also should identify needs and expectations of the management as well. At the same time, all types of people in a sense is that including those people who are working on shop floor, including the casual people who are always neglected sometimes by some companies. So it's important that we should document, and that documentation of needs and expert interested parties must happen at the management level. And apart from that, the management also should identify the internal and external issues. And after that, when these two documents come to the process owner must do the risk assessment. And then after that, he must identify the actions to mitigate the risk. That's the key. And these actions will go into system. So that is very important. So ultimately, what I'm trying to say is that the system is very important, which will guarantee consistency of activities. And when we are talking about system, what is the system? What is the business management? Business management, as I just mentioned, is managing the business processes which are required to run the company's business. But that is not a sufficient definition. What is more important is that all these processes are interacting with each other. And when we talk about managing business, means managing the processes of your own business process plus managing the demands and expectations of other business processes as well. And that is the key. I have seen, and that is basically called as interface. I have seen in many companies that the individual processes are okay, but understanding understanding the managing the interfaces with other processes, there is always a problem. No, people use this word of managing interfaces very oftenly, but in my opinion, managing the interfaces means managing the demands, requirements of other process owner, means taking care of each other. If we can take care of each other and build how you will be taking care of the other process owners into your system documentation. In that case, you will you'll not have the firefighting and follow up in the company. See, ultimately every company works. Every company has some documentation, and plus they have follow up and firefighting. But I think when we talk about any company, people come to the office, they they do the activities. The activities are all same. You go to the same company, you have the same machinery, you have the same manpower, the same customer. Sometimes there are some new parts, but normally parts are same. All people, everything is same. So people do the same activities day in day out, and plus they believe in firefighting and follow up, and people become busy. And so that is a people becoming busy, which will not guarantee continual improvement. So what is really important is that when we talk about processes, when we talk about business process owners, these process owners should be the real business process owners. But typically what happens is that people have a habit. People sometimes love this word of getting busy. People say I'm busy because they love that word, because it basically they are giving themselves importance, saying that they are busy. But what standard requires is that the process owner must be the real process owner, shouldn't be a busy process owner. So we need process managers rather than firefighters and those people who are good in follow up and firefighting. Those are not, I will say, those are not process managers. Process managers are the one who defines the process and becomes free. So this free word is very important. process owner must be free. He should be having a technical knowledge, and plus he must be having a system knowledge so that he can put the technical knowledge into system and he becomes free. And once a process owner becomes free, he is free. He may get busy in continual improvement. That is okay. That is good. But he shouldn't get busy in the routine activities. So the routine activities must be managed well together by all the process owners. Ultimately, it's a game of input and output. People need input. You have output. When we run a process, you need input, and as a process owner, you are having every right to get the inputs from the other process owners when you want it, the format you want it, and in a timely manner without doing any follow. At the same time, as a process owner, your output, which is required by the other process owners, it is your responsibility to give that output to the other process owners so that there is no follow and firefighting in the company. Ultimately, every process owner must feel that whatever knowledge they are having is because they are working in the company. So their job also is to see that their technical knowledge. I have seen various companies, various documentation, and the documentation talks about only system related things. See, every company's system is unique system. Suppose there are two companies who are making identical products, but still the system will be unique because the risk assessment depends upon internal and external issues and needs and expectations of interested parties. So every system, the process owner is to put their technical knowledge into the company's documentation. Unless and until the process owner doesn't put their technical knowledge into the system, people will keep on disturbing them, asking for technical information, technical problem solving. So that is the key. In case any process owner wants to become free, he must see that the documentation is full with technical knowledge. He must encourage his subordinates, his team members to see that all the technical knowledge goes into the system. So I think that without technical knowledge, your system is incomplete. And that is really not understood by the company's people. People talk a lot. People talk about, the various tools and techniques. For example, APQP, the people talk about TPM. All these are good tools. All these are good tools provided you make use of these tools in a way that after you make use of these tools, you must make it you must use it in such a way that your technical knowledge can be accessible by anybody, and for that you must put the technical knowledge into the documentation. So that is, in my opinion, so this point is totally missing in industry. When any company say that they are certified for ISO 9000 or IATF 6 and 49, but they have only the system related information. Whatever standard, many companies, they make their documentation saying that which is a copy of the standard of ISO 9000, which could be a copy of IATF 6 and 49. That is not a complete system. So I think when this PMA Katta is going to educate people and see that the system is making business sense. I think my suggestion will be is that they shouldn't work alone. The the PMA Katta people should work along with all the process owners. That when you as a consultant, as a the mentor to the companies are working, involve all the process owners. Process owners are having a lot of knowledge. They may not be having a good system knowledge, but they have a lot of technical knowledge. These are all important people. Some people may be expert in doing firefighting, but still we have to believe that because of them, the company is currently working. So that's really the key. So see that the people participate in putting the knowledge into the system. At the same time, and I've seen that people are afraid. People are afraid to share the technical knowledge. Suppose people put all the technical knowledge into the system, they may feel, "Abhi humko kaun puchega?" Because they have shared everything. This is the problem. This is the psychology I have seen. And here the role of management is the key. The management must be professional. Management must be be evaluating the people based on the key performance indicators only. So that confidence must be given by the management to the process owner so that the people are free to share technical knowledge into the documentation and also with each other. So that is very important in my opinion. And in case this happens, I'm sure the transformation in the company can happen in no time. In that case, when you are working with the companies, you are not working only with the 2 or 3 people are taking care of system. I'm sure the people from the PMA Katta, Quality Katta, plus the entire team, entire process owners will be working together. You are having system expertise, they are having the technical knowledge. So that will be really a game changer and you can get the result in minimum time frame. How much time I have taken actually, Biman?
I think you are just about to finish, but
Yeah.
you can quickly summarize, no problem.
Yeah, okay. Other which very important one I want to say is that people in industry typically, there are people who take care of STEM standards. For example, there is a QMSMR who take care of ISO 9000, who take care of IATF and 649. There is a HR guy maybe who take care of ISO 45000. So I think the process owners, nobody can take care of any standard requirement except process owners. Other people are only coordinators. So when we say that the process owner should define the system in the company, the process owner should focus on 7 things. 7 things. I just this is actually my invention based on my experience, whatever having. By the process owner should take care of. He must know needs and expectations of interested parties. He must take care of applicable standard requirements. It may be IATF 16949. It may be ISO 9000. It may be ISO 45000. So the process owner should know the standard and whatever is applicable for his process, he should take care of that requirement. Third one, every customer is having the requirement. So customer specific requirement must be known to the process owner and he should try to take care of those requirements into the documentation. Fourth one, the process owner only can take care of statutory and regulatory requirements. For example, maybe consent to operate. The Factory Act must be known to the people. They should take care of those requirements. And for that, they should have a copy of the standards with them. And fifth one, which I just mentioned, the technical knowledge. The business process or technical requirements should go into the system documentation. And 6 and 7 point is related to risk assessment. When the process owner is doing the risk assessment, so he must identify the recommended actions which should go into the system and which we have identified during the risk assessment. And then the recommended actions are applicable to his own team or for his own process. And last point, which is very important, which is talking about interactions, is that the process owner must take care of demands and requirements of other process owners which they have demanded during the risk assessment of their own process. That means if the process owner can define the process documentation in such a way, in that case, directly, indirectly, he's taking care of all the requirements, plus he's taking care of other process requirements also. So that's how the system should get developed. And if this is the way the system gets developed, in that case, the process owner will be free. Ultimately, we need that. The process owner must be free from the routine activities. Earlier, we used to say that the quality is free. Yes, it is true that quality is free. At the same time, if you want to guarantee continued improvement, the process owner also should be free from the routine activities. And if this happens, in that case, the process owner can do a lot of continuous improvement, keep on improving the system in the company. And even though he is free from routine activities, and he must be considered by the management during in the month of March, when the when the promotion happens, the management must take people for consideration for a promotion, only those people who are currently free. So people must be free so that they can take additional responsibility. So that's the key. So that's how the management should, appreciate people and reward people, and also guarantee them the growth within the organization. So that is my thoughts actually about
Thank
how
you.
the system should be, and what could be the methodology could be adopted by Quality Katta. Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Excellent, excellent, Mr. Ramdas. It was good to have another perspective, whereas Mr. Shirish gives a shop floor perspective, whereas you look at it from the outside because you go and inspect and audit what goes on the shop floor, yeah, and in the businesses. So good to have two different perspectives. We are coming to the almost last leg of the this program, and now I request Mr. Patil to say a few words.
Many,
Yes.
many thanks to our director, quality, and his team. The function was very nicely organized. More so, the experts who have given two talks, I have been extremely happy to listen to both of them. Girish, you spoke very well about the shop floor practices. And Ramdas ji, your lecture was fantastic. In fact, I feel that all along my experience has been in the government sector. And in the government sector also, we have several processes. And we call them, subject matter specialist. And as you have very rightly pointed out, that these subject matter specialists, they don't allow their knowledge to be given to the team so that their importance doesn't get diluted. And that is very wrong in every organization, whether it is a government organization, whether it is a industrial organization, and all such organizations where people are just capitalizing on their knowledge and keeping their monopoly over there. They never produce quality products and services. Quality and services are definitely a product of well-defined processes, well-understood processes, and as you have very rightly pointed out, that the process owner should be free to act when there are some minor problems here and there. The processes should work smoothly. There should be smooth from entry to output so that you get the best quality product. The day which you have chosen today, Mr. Juron's death anniversary, and today is also probably you might be knowing that we have National Science Day, when our scientist, Mr. C.V. Raman, had sent his very important paper, when, which was later on given the Nobel Prize. This was the day when he sent the paper to the Nature magazine. Both these things play a very important role in the quality of the product. That you should have scientific attitude towards looking at everything. Then only you can really create standard processes, scientifically proven process, and you really enjoy the fruits of that. At Pune Management Association, we are trying to cultivate, Ramdasji, this habit of giving back to the society what we have done. As has been told by our director, that this group has almost 350 years experience behind them when they are giving their services in this quality Katta. I'm sure you will also be coming to this group time and again, and giving your knowledge to all our experts. And thank you so much for today's function. I'm really very happy that it was very nicely organized. I'm sure those who have attended this, they have definitely got a lot of information on how to create an excellent organization. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Bhai Patil.